first step to a life behind bars, fingered for a crime you did not commit. That's what happened to this man who was picked out of a police lineup by a frightened young woman. On a dark night more than 20 years ago, a single mother of 3 is raped at knife point in her own home.
He said he would come back and that he would kill my children.
Weeks later at work, she catches a glimpse of a maintenance man in an open elevator.
He looks like the man.
And if someone was to call for us to come to their office to fix something, then I would go.
And it was arranged for him to come up to an office where I was working.
We do what we have to do, and we leave.
And I had flashbacks of the attack. I was sure that this was the same person.
Later, at the police station, she again identified Julius Earl Ruffin.
He was just shocked.
And I say, who was that? I said, I'd never seen her before. Yeah.
Ruffin spent 21 years in a Virginia state prison until a DNA test freed him and identified the real rapist. Not even close. How is it possible that anyone could make such a mistake?
That's a very good question. We're not entirely sure. One of the things that we do know about what we call cross-race identification, that we tend to look maybe at the wrong cues. And so, for example, a white person would probably look at someone's hair and eye color. Unfortunately, that's not very helpful if they're being asked to distinguish amongst black people or Asians, in which hair color and eye color really doesn't vary too much.
Cross-racial identification is more likely to cause mistakes, not just between blacks and whites trying to ID each other, but with Hispanics too. Watch what happens this time as our hidden cameras roll on a Puerto Rican man. Now remember, he's an actor who pretends to case the restaurant for an easy target.
Excuse me, we're trying to get to Juniper. You wouldn't happen to know how the best way to get over there? Sorry about that.
Wait!
Stand back, I swear.
My purse! Did you guys see him? He just took my purse. Oh my God. Did you see that? Wait, my purse!
During a weekend of taping, our Latino purse thief was seen by 13 people. 5 of them could not pick him out of this photo lineup.
Definitely not. 3 maybe, but 5, I'm thinking more than 3.
These 2 Asian women got it wrong. In fact, Mary Gao, originally from China, even had trouble simply identifying the race of the thief.
I think this guy is the least minority looking. And what I remember, it was a white male.
You thought he was Caucasian. You didn't know he didn't think he was Latino.
No. Well, I guess I'm not the right person to distinguish Latino from Caucasian. You know, sometimes I get confused.
Excuse me, man. You got change for $1 on you?
This time, amidst a sea of white faces, our actor is African American. Will these restaurant patrons be able to correctly identify the man who stole the purse right before their eyes in broad daylight? You may think you know the answer, but there's a chilling twist. We expect white witnesses to have a tougher time picking our thief than blacks do.
I only saw the side view, though.
Which is exactly what we find in our experiment.
Number 2. Who thought it was number 2?
But we weren't prepared for this. Amazingly, every single one of our black eyewitnesses correctly identifies the African-American thief.
I remember the hair that he had below his lip and connected to his beard.
He kind of made me feel uncomfortable, and I was just kind of observing him. So I got a good look at his face and his profile.
He had sort of a bad complexion. He had a black mold or zit on the side of his face.
I remember that. So I remember his face.
And he was right.
Yes. The interesting thing is that he remembered a specific type of facial hair that the perpetrator had. And it's interesting if you go back and you look at all of the different photographs, the 6 photographs. Number 2 is really the only one that has this very specific type of facial hair that he describes.
And most of the white eyewitnesses failed.
Number 6. Who thought it was most of you thought?
But now, an eye-opener, something that should disturb all of us. Not only did a majority of the white eyewitnesses fail to identify the thief, this man, a majority of them picked a totally innocent one. Over and over again, people made the same mistake. Think how easily the wrong man could have gone to jail, just like Julius Earl Ruffin did when Ann Meng made the mistake of her life.